I'm listening to 49er Rush. Niners all day. Let's bring 6 home, baby. Let's go.
I love it, man.
It's time for the 49ers Rush podcast. And here's your host, John Chapman.
What do you want, right? What is it that you want this team to do? Whatever that is, fill in the blank. The 49ers came out and answered. They answered. Absolutely drummed the Rams 31-10. And I want to be honest with you. It's 31-10. It was worse. It was worse. The 49ers came out and just completely manhandled the preseason crowned Super Bowl champions. If I could tell you, good Lord, if I could tell you how many emails I got, not only this offseason after the Stafford trade, but then, again, anytime after they beat the Bucks, all these different times, the amount of emails. What are we going to do with the Rams? The Rams are getting better. The Rams are doing everything. The Rams are pushing in their chips. Why can't we be like them? Really? They're going to do all these things, and guess what? We still own them. We still own them completely. They haven't beat us this decade. We play them twice a year. We destroyed that team. We completely took away their will. They were starting fights at the end of the game. They couldn't do anything. And so, right, Luke, thank you. Stay faithful. If you joined us before the game, I did something a little bit different. A couple people asked me, man, give us a pep talk, whatever else. I jumped on. I charged up a little bit too much. And I thought it would, I don't know, man. I really feel like the team had their back against the wall. And there's only 1 to 2 things. You either 1, lay down, or 2, you come out biting. When you push a dog into a corner, 1 of 2 things are going to happen. Well, we saw one of those things today. We came out chomping at the bit and messed that team up. Beat them inside out, started from the very beginning, and impose your damn will. Again, we can talk about football. We can talk about X's and O's. The 49ers did not win today because of X's and O's. Understand that. Did Kyle call a great game? He sure as hell did. At home, dude, what did we do differently today? We stuck to our identity. We didn't throw any deep balls, not who we are with Jimmy. Rams didn't take that away from us, so we kept hitting it over the middle. We ran the damn ball. We ran the ball. We didn't turn the ball over. We were incredible on third downs. That's the number one thing. So turnovers and third downs. 49ers forced 2 turnovers. Refs took away 1 with that K'Wan Williams rear end catch. I don't know how to put it. The vacuum catch, if you want to call it. They took that away. That was a bullcrap call. So many missed calls against Nick Bosa. Was in headlocks, and they didn't call it. They only call a holding against Bosa when he gets a sack. But Bosa was incredible today. But those 2 turnovers were huge, and capitalizing on the moments that matter. 49ers only got into the red zone twice all game. That's it. As an offense, they only got in twice. But guess what? They were both touchdowns. That's it. And on top of that, the turnovers, not only were they turnovers, it was a pick 6. That's key. That's 21 points right there. You take care. You take care of the ball. You don't turn it over. You capitalize on third downs, which the 49ers were incredible. We were 8 of 14. We were 8 of 14. To start the game, we went 5 for 5. And, I put this out there. Once we had the lead, I said, I tweeted lots of things, and people were like, dude, stop saying that. You're going to jinx us. I was like, as long as the 49ers don't turn this ball over, I said this early in the third. 49ers don't turn the ball over, they win this game. And then I also said several times, punts are a good thing moving forward. And, man, shout out to the special teams. Okay? Wishnowski had 2 punts inside the 20. That was great. The stop, oh my gosh, DJ Jones. I'm not sure if it's the play of the day, but it shows you how desperate the Rams were when they finally got some momentum offensively and they were just going to get a field goal before the half, and they said, nope, We're going to go ahead and we're going to fake it and push it all in right there. And guess what? DJ Jones, the 300-plus pound open field linebacker tracking down a tight end and just making that play was incredible. That was an unreal play by DJ Jones. So hats off to him. And by the end of that, man, like the momentum was kind of there. And so we come out in the second half, and I kept getting all these messages. Oh, can Kyle keep this momentum? Can he keep it up? What's that going to look like? He always does this. Well, he maintained it just fine. How? Ran the football. We had 44 rush attempts. Did you hear that? Number 4. The goal's to get to 30. Elijah Mitchell did it on his own. 27 rush attempts, 91 yards. And he had 3.4 yards per carry. I said this on the previous show. I said, I don't care if we only average 2 yards per carry. You run the damn ball, you establish your identity. And Jimmy Garoppolo played incredible. Let's be very, very frank, very, very honest. Came out in spectacular fashion. Started 12 for 12. Jimmy Garoppolo went 12 for 12 to start the game. His first incompletion was intentional. It was a double screen on third down. They blew up both sides. He just spiked the ball into the feet. Don't turn the ball over. Play it safe. It was 3rd and long after a stupid penalty. Punts are a good thing at that point. Kyle Shanahan understood that. Jimmy Garoppolo understood that. Throwing the ball away is not a negative play. Understanding where you are, understanding where the game is, and then saying this, look, they scored 7 points in the first half. Sorry, let me change that. They scored 7 points in the first 3 quarters combined. That's it. So what do? Do you put the pressure on your own offense, even though you're already up several scores? No, you do not. The Napoleonic rule is always this. Don't do what they want you to. Don't do what your enemy wants you to do. The only way the Rams got back into that game is because of turnovers. That was going to be the only way. We didn't turn the ball over. They had no chance. Their offense was awful. They were 3 for 10 on third down, the Rams. The mighty McVay. Cooper Kupp's amazing as always. Man, what's all the Matt Stafford's the top 5 quarterback, and he might be. He sure hasn't been the last 2 weeks against some very poor defenses. Let's be real. 49ers are not a good defense. Last 2 weeks, Justin Fields made us look like the worst defense in the NFL. Colt McCoy made us look like the worst defense in the NFL. We came out today, Matt Stafford, Odell Beckham Jr., don't give a damn. Get the hell off my field. Get the hell off my field. And I'll say this too, baby. There's a lot to talk about. We got a lot more to go, okay? 49ers are now 0.5 games out of the playoffs. Have we played well enough to be a playoff team? No, we have not. Not even close. But that's where we are currently. And I'll tell you this. That last game of the season, Week 18, Game 17 at SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, I'll tell you right now, guys, that game is going to determine the 49ers or the Rams' fates. I'm telling you, it's going to matter. Not that I think the Rams are in the playoffs for sure, but that's going to determine something big, whether it's seeding or whatever else. It doesn't matter. And it might determine if the 49ers get in or not. We're doing it. Come party with us, baby. 49ersrushroadtrip.com. Man, we sold out Chicago. We had 50 people waiting outside. And I go outside. We're at capacity, and I made a deal with the owner. If they've already bought tickets, they get in. He said, deal. I'll allow that to happen. But other than that, nobody else can come in. We go outside. Anybody got tickets? 3 people did of the 50 outside. Those 3 people got in. The rest, we just couldn't let them in. Fire code. Like, we could not. I'm telling you right now, we got an awesome place in Hermosa Beach on the beach. It's going to be incredible. We rented out the whole place. We're expecting a huge crowd. We've already sold a lot of tickets. 49ersrushroadtrip.com. We have discount hotels for you over there. I'm working on putting together a tailgate for you guys the day of the game, but that party the night before. So if you're going, I'm telling you, we're going to get this again, baby. The last game of the season, regular season. And yeah, I'm going to be honest, right now, feeling pretty good. Feeling like some playoffs are on the cusp. Why not? Why not? Listen, look at the teams that are above us, right? We're not that far out. We're the 9th team currently. You have the Minnesota Vikings ahead of us or tied with us. They just own a tiebreaker. But guess what? We play them later on. Carolina Panthers have the 7th seed. Carolina Panthers have that. Even if they don't, let's say Panthers go off, the Saints are 5-4 with Trevor Siemian. I'm telling you, the 6th and 7th seed are open. That's just facts. That's just facts. I want to say thanks for the gift, Chris. Appreciate it. He says, I may be drunk, But if we could play like this every week, we're undefeated. And it's better late than never. Where has this been? Yeah, that's a good question. But it does show you teams don't have the capability that we have. Whenever you look at other teams, we've had our defense be stellar several games. We've had our offense be good. This was probably our best offensive game. But we've been good offensively several games. But they never hit on all cylinders at the same time. This time they did. Get to where you got to be. I said in the preview episode, right? I don't give a damn who we're playing against. You be you. Who's you? You are a dominant running game, and you go out there and, again, make plays on defense. We did that. Adam Garcia, OBJ questioned his destination. Yeah, I tweeted out, man, OBJ's going to request another trade. I can see it coming. And, yeah, Deebo Hufanga. There's nobody that's ever been like him. Probably closest thing is Cordell Stewart. Somebody else, let me know what I'm missing. If you want to look at kind of the light version in today's NFL, it's Cordarrelle Patterson probably. Deebo had five receptions for 97 yards and a touchdown, right? We expect that. But, okay, I put this in my notes. 5 targets, 5 catches. 0 drops. 0 fumbles. 0 false starts. We've talked about stars being stars. That's what needs to happen for the 49ers to be who they could possibly be, to reach their potential. Deebo achieved that in spades today. And on top of that, you look at the run game, Deebo had 5 rushes for 36 yards. That dude averaged 7.2. And the very first drive of the game, he ran right up the A-gap through Aaron Donald's arms. Think Aaron Donald knows who number 19 is now? He owns you, has owned you repeatedly. Aaron Donald, again, guess what? His worst game's always versus the Niners. Shout out to Brunskill, baby. Now, I will say this. Donald's best plays came against Jalen Moore, and 2 of the other good plays came against Laken Tomlinson. Brunskill, we'll have to wait till the film comes out, and we'll put all that up on Patreon. This is going to be a fun Patreon week, guys. If you're supporting the podcast, it's the best place to do it. You get the most Niners content out there, period. We just loaded an extra 40 rush hour where we went through to do all of our 49ers and NFL midseason awards. That's extra on Patreon. But you're going to get every single play, all 22, full breakdown. We're talking probably 2.5 to 3 hours on the offense and defense as soon as that film comes out. That's there for you guys. So shout out to Deebo. He's incredible. Huff. Talanoa Hufanga was exposed a little bit last week whenever he lined up next to Tavon Wilson. That's not Tavon Wilson's fault. He's a journeyman safety, backup at best. That's kind of what he does, right? But whenever you pair Huff with Jimmy Ward, all of a sudden everybody turns into playmakers. Jimmy Ward, huh? What a first quarter. That dude hasn't had an interception since 2016. It's been that long. It's been that long. He hasn't had an interception since anybody else was on the team. Like, he's the oldest tenured 49er, and it's been that long. He goes out, not 1 interception, but 2 in the first quarter. And obviously that pick 6. He's going to be the defensive player of the week. He deserves it. He was unreal. And not only was it just those 2 interceptions, he was manned up almost the whole game with Cooper Kupp. And yeah, Kupp goes off. He's going to get 100-plus yards. That's kind of the main thing of their offense. But still, that was incredible. Tommy says, I called a loss. I'm ready to eat crow. Love you, JC. Love you too, Tommy. A large part of my week is talking certain people off the cliff. Tommy's always one of them, but he's so damn passionate and loyal. I love you, Tommy. You're incredible, man. Thank you for the gift. Bobo, thank you, sir. We still have the best record on Monday Night Football. That's right. We had the most wins all time. The Steelers passed us last week. Now we're tied for the most wins, but we have a better record because they have more losses than us. So, 49ers, Jerry Rice time, Monday Night Football. Those lights come on, we show up. We show up. We show up. That's who we are. It's who we are. Deebo's a beast, Cody. I'm with you, man. Okay, so like if we're looking at this standpoint from, all right, game ball. Okay, let's divide this offense and defensively. Offensively, game ball, people that qualify. Jimmy Garoppolo, Elijah Mitchell, Deebo, George Kittle. Let's talk about George Kittle. Kittle on third downs. He started the game, that first drive. Kittle converted all 3 third downs and a touchdown on the first drive. 3 first and a touchdown. That you talk about starting fast, right? Answering the call, all those different things. Yeah, this dude did it in spades. He showed up when it mattered most. Now, they kind of took him away because even on the I think the touchdown play, he was being double covered. They had bracket coverage on him, and it wasn't enough. So shout out to Kittle. But, if I'm giving my game ball, if it's between Jimmy, Elijah Mitchell, and Deebo, I'm going Elijah Mitchell. Yeah, all those guys are deserving. 27 rush attempts for a freaking rookie? Are you kidding me? 91 yards. He didn't get any passes, but controlled the game, laid the hammer down, ran out that clock himself. The Rams ran like 3 plays in the first quarter. That was it. Lunkers, what's up, man? He says, we finally played the way we all thought this team should play. I agree with you. They left it out there. They showed you who they could be. Phillip, tackling looked better too. Yes. Missed tackles, man. There were a couple, but nothing too bad. Even Contavious Street got close enough to the quarterback to get a penalty. What the hell is that about? How do you do that? But I did notice every time Street came in, they still ran the ball at him nonstop. But yeah, awesome job. Yeah, I agree, Phillip. Tackling was an issue, right? We called them out. Everybody was calling them out. And that's what it was. Mr. Superfly, he says, John Chapman pregame hype speech equals Niner wins. Am I going to have to do that now? If you missed it, I'll say this. Go watch. If you get done or you're drinking and you're celebrating, at some point if you want to laugh your ass off, go listen to my pregame hype speech. I didn't put it on the feed for the podcast. It was a lot of cuss words. I just put it on the live broadcast. Go check it out. I thought it was fun, and I was kind of being joking about it, but we'll take it for what it is. From All In Sports Betting, thoughts on Hufanga? He's incredible. Dude's a playmaker. He's going to start for a long, long time. Absolutely insane play on third down. He's so good. He breaks up Emmanuel Mosley's interceptions, right? Instincts off the charts. He doesn't have top end play top end speed on a clock. He's like a 4.6 guy, but it shows up, man. Yeah, and that's another thing. Tart, I think they would like to bring him back, but he was on a 1-year deal, and so that's going to be pretty much it. Unless Tart wants to come back as a backup, I would personally, you stay with the youth. Tart deserves to be a starter in this league. He's a starting caliber safety, but I doubt they're going to offer him what he can make somewhere else. I could be wrong. Ryu, D'Amico totally redeemed himself. I think you're right. Oh, Juan, are you not entertained? This not why you are here. I love it, man. Freaking the gladiator. What is it that you want to say? If you did not get hyped up during this, then don't be a fan. And I'm not trying to be negative, but golly, you're a 3-5 football team. You just got embarrassed by a JV team in division, and you come out and you look incredible. Good gosh, you look unreal. And now you move forward, and guess what? You got the Jaguars. What? Really? And then after that, what do you got? Oh, the Minnesota Vikings, who you're tied with for that last spot, the Kirk Cousins Bowl. Then after that, what do you got? The Seattle Seahawks, who have been really, really bad. Rush just got shut out for the first time in his career, right? Now, obviously, the Seahawks have had our number, so you got to take that as well. But still, good Lord, you have to love the position the 49ers in. And they're in this position because the NFC sucks. And also because the NFL added a 7th seed. So, hey, we didn't define this. We didn't set this up, but now it's there. Embrace it, right? So you be thankful and you say, all right, let's roll. We got this. Take advantage of it. We have not played well enough to be a playoff team. Make no mistake. This game we did. But, hey, somebody got to get it. Have the Vikings played well enough? No, they haven't, right? Have the Falcons? Nope. Have the Panthers? Nope. Have the Eagles? Nope. We're right in the thick. Why not us, right? Why can't, where are we? Half of a game out. Half out. Debbie, thank you. Debbie, if we're talking defensive player of the game, there's no doubt in my mind. I think, and Debbie, she nailed it. It's Ward. Glad he's back. What a difference Ward makes. And Ward has always been sound and incredible probably our best man cover defender, but you add on the plays that he made, which we don't see very often. Ward is by far the player of the game on the defensive side. Also got to give a shout out to the other two studs. Fred Warner, best game probably this year. Dropped an interception again. He's struggling with those turnovers. They're there. He's in position. Dropped that interception. That would have been clutch. And also Nick Bosa. Like, Nick Bosa, so consistent, so damn good, getting held the whole freaking game, impacting the run game, screen game, getting sacks. Should have had 2 sacks. Should have had 2 holding calls, probably more. We'll see on the film. It's Bosa and nobody else. And the whole time, Bosa has tight end help to his side, which means he's got to bounce outside. He has a longer track to the quarterback. He's getting chipped nonstop. So it's the other defensive linemen that have to win the one-on-ones. And we haven't seen that necessarily, right? That's been the issue. What's up, Chris? He says, cheers, Big John, man. Cheers, brother. Glad to be with you guys right now. How awesome is this? How awesome is it? Grant Asen, what's up? Ward came back and balled out. Can't wait for Greenlaw. Aziz, let's talk about Aziz, man. Aziz came out, laid a dud last week off the injury. This week, he came searching for souls. He arrived with bad intentions on every play and I didn't see a missed tackle from him. Now, you add to that, put Aziz back where he should be as that number 3. We stayed in nickel almost exclusively all game, this game. But a lot of that's because of the Rams personnel. They do a lot of 10 and 11 personnel only. They don't do a lot of big groups. But that's going to change moving down the road. Greenlaw's the best number 2 linebacker we have. Like, I think everybody understands that. Aziz, he was great today. He's been great. He's probably had like 3 really good games, 3 average games, and 1 or 2 bad games this year. But yeah, Greenlaw coming back is a big deal for this defense because, again, now you're not worrying about all the missed tackles, which we didn't have to worry about today. We made the plays. Now, man, got to give a shout out to our sponsor real quick before we get to more questions. And it really, we've been doing this all year. Our betting's been a little bit off lately. NFL's been really unpredictable. But if you've been betting with us for the long term, especially during the draft, we've been doing my bookie now for, I think, 4 years. Man, we are still up huge on the year, but we're going to see some adjustments. I'm reevaluating. I'm bringing in some extra help, but we're going to get that. Again, if you've been bet with us, we're big time up. Real quick word from my bookie. More is always better. That's why MyBookie instantly doubles all first-time deposits. With the double your funds, you can then double your action. More importantly, double your wins. So, getting in on the action's never been easier. I can bet all my favorite currencies as well, including cryptos. So, with all that extra scratch, why not get in on the best matchup of the week at MyBookie? Huge Monday Night Football game we're going to be talking about all week with the 49ers and the Rams. Holy cow, it's going to be crazy. But don't wait. Head to mybookie.ag today to redeem your double deposit bonus. All you have to do is use my promo code 49ers, 49ERS. That's it. Receive your double deposit instantly. That's promo code 49ers so that you can double your funds to double your winnings. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. All right, back to some comments and questions. Again, get these in, man. Tag me on there so that we can talk about this stuff. This is your podcast. Let's do this. Roland, he said, we finally saw this team when mistakes, turnovers happen to the other team. Man, we were living inside the Rams' head. You could see they completely it was, and I'm seeing this too. 68% highest rate by the 49ers run percentage in the last 20 years. We ran the ball at a higher rate than we have in the last 20 years. This is what the 49ers need to do. Go back to the playoffs. Doesn't matter personnel. Doesn't matter. Be who you are, right? Get out of your own way. So you look at that, Roland, you nailed it. The other team, let the other team implode. Let the other team be that team. Stop getting in your own way. The Niners run sets up the pass. The long drive keeps defense fresh. That was my biggest complaint, okay? So we come out the first quarter, run it down their throat, 2 turnovers, whatever else. Our defense had been out there for like 7 plays tops. We come out in the second quarter after the quarter break, so everybody gets to go to the sidelines for several minutes. We sent our Bravo D-line group in there, and that was the one successful drive that they had all game and went down and scored the touchdown. And I was like, man, why would you? They had a lot of success. Ran straight at Street several times. Got no pressure whatsoever. We put the first group back in on that last touchdown play. But by that point, man, they were already in the red zone. And so I was like, golly, man, our defense was completely fresh and humming. And I know usually you say, like, all right, third series, we're going to swap out. But, man, D'Amico, right there, man. Like, don't give them that chance to breathe. Your D-line is completely fresh. They played 7 plays in 1 quarter, and you just had the quarter break. Keep them out there. That was one thing where I was like, gosh, man, why would you put the Bravo group in right there? But, you know, it brought them success. You got to be able to play your Bravo group at some point. But the whole idea is to keep your studs fresh. Studs played 7 plays. It just had a 4-minute break. So, yeah. But you're right. Roland, you nailed it. I'm nobody you need to know. Oh, my gosh. I'm glad you brought this up, and I apologize. Couple things. Kyle Shanahan did the right thing, put Jalen Moore at right tackle. And he came out in the first drive, was great. He had 1 bad play against Aaron Donald. That's going to happen. It's a rookie. And we even said, we want Jalen Moore to start. We want a lot of rookies to get more playing time. And they're going to have mistakes. That's okay. But it's building for the future. That's what's important. Goes out with the knee. Didn't seem too bad. He was on the bike the whole time. So it didn't seem like it was like an ACL or MCL issue. I don't know what it was. Probably just a knee sprain is my guess. But he was on the bike the whole game. And Tom Compton came in because of an injury. That ain't on Compton, okay? And Compton came in and played really well. He gave up 1 sack. We'll see who they credited to, but the sack was definitely his fault. Had a couple missed blocks, but he was fine. There were no issues. And Tom Compton versus Von Miller, we should lose that. We did not. Greg, how about the secondary thought tonight? I'll say this. Emmanuel Mosley was in position a lot of time. Could have had 2 or 3 interceptions. That dude has 10 dropped-in interceptions on the year. He's got to start He was a quarterback in high school, all-state quarterback in Tennessee. Like, dude was a baller. He's got hands. He's just dropping stuff. Hufunga knocked 1 pass out of his hands, which I thought was hilarious too, right? That's how good Hufunga is. He's knocking passes out of everybody's hands. Safeties were incredible. Josh Norman sucked the whole time. And the very first drive, Josh Norman should not be out there. Misjudged. He was playing off bell technique in the red zone and still got beat deep. It's only 15 yards. The dude just looks into the backfield, and it basically is D'Amico and Kyle Shanahan saying, hey, we're going to let this guy do his thing. He might get a couple interceptions or fumbles for us. He's definitely going to get burned lots of times, and they just let him go. It's sad. But he keeps doing the same damn thing, and they're not changing anything about it. So the secondary was great. K'Wan Williams played very, very well. Refs are going to ref, right? Whenever the refs step in, it's not going to be to help the 49ers ever. 2 terrible pass interference calls. Luckily, they weren't deep ones, but one of them took away the interception. 1, you're allowed to hit the wide receiver 5 yards, and 2, the ball has to be in the air for it to be pass interference call. It was just a terrible call. We'll watch it again. I'll sync it up and I'll time it where we can see on the all 22. That was a bad call. Judgment calls always go against us, period. That's all there is. You look at the penalty yardage, okay? Los Angeles had 5 penalties for 35 yards. They're one of the most penalized teams in the NFL. 49ers, 9 penalties, 53 yards. And it was all once we got in the lead. It was the refs doing what they do, not calling holds on them. It was ridiculous. Yeah, it's bad, Chinchilla. We need 49ers rush apparel with John saying, holy cow. That's not a bad idea. Hashtag profit. Need to get that out there. I'll talk to Dale, my shirt guy, and see if we can get that, give some of those away. Raymond, thank you for the gift. Very generous, my friend. He says, it feels great to get a win at home finally. It's been over a year, guys. Been over a year. Have to keep this momentum moving forward. I'm just afraid that if the team stopped the run and we have to pass, same old, sorry, and I'll say this, okay? You go back to last week versus the Rams. We didn't run the ball at all. We ran the ball more times on our first drive than we did the entire game against the Cardinals. And Kyle Shanahan in his press conference said, well, they had 6 defensive linemen out there, so we just had to throw it. Well, guess what? We go down, we march down the field in the first drive, and we just own their souls. We just march it down their throats. They have no choice. They come out, and they adjusted their D-line. They stacked the box. Didn't matter. We kept running. And that's the thing. Don't let your opponent determine who you are. You are who you are, right? Be who you are. What's the old parable, right? The frog and the scorpion. That's learn from. Parables are real. Like they're not real, but like they help you see reality. They interpret the way things are. If you don't know this story, real quick, okay? A frog and a scorpion trying to cross the river. Scorpion says, hey, I can't get across the river. Carry me on your back. I can't get across. You can swim. Frog says, why would I do that? You're a scorpion. You sting me. Scorpion says, yeah, but if I sting you, we both die. Frog says, all right, let's go hop on. They get right up to the edge of the water. Scorpion stings the frog. They both die. Right before they drown, Frog says, why would you do that? Scorpion looks at him and says, duh, I'm a scorpion. Be a damn scorpion. Who are you, Kyle Shanahan? Who's your dad? Right? You are who you are. Be that. You're a dominant running game. We only averaged 3.5 yards per rush, which sucks. Doesn't matter. When you run the ball 44 times, don't turn the ball over and stay in front. That's probably the biggest takeaway of this game. Kyle Shanahan is not good playing catch-up. It's not who he is. He gets frazzled. It panics. It just throws the ball nonstop, which sucks when you have Jimmy Garoppolo as quarterback. Was Jimmy great today? He was great today. This was Jimmy G's best game by far. Jimmy G's been good or great the last 3 games. He was great today. But, again, you got to stay with who you are, guys. Bill, John, why didn't Lance and Sermon get in on the last drive? No reason. Kyle doesn't want any type of controversy whatsoever. And I think it's starting to get to the point where he's kind of, this is his reaction to all the questions, the media, the fan base, and all those things. Just basically saying, look, this is what I am. This is what I'm sticking with. It's what it is. It's just what it is. Let's see here. John, he says, this is from Juarez. What's up, Noah? He says, I moved from Buffalo, New York, back into Cali, and on my 3-day quest home, your podcast saved me, regardless if you were live or if they were live or old. Go Niners. Man, I appreciate that, Noah. Hopefully the move went well. From Buffalo back to California, man, you already won just because of weather. Good gosh. That sounds awful, being up in Buffalo. But welcome back to the Sunshine State, man. Have a good time. Enjoy it. And glad that you support the podcast. And I want to say thank you, man, to everybody. All the support. It's incredible. You know, I've been very adamant about this. This is a podcast / TV show, whatever you want to call it. We're going full-time next year. It's my last year teaching and coaching. I'm going to see what I can do with this full-time. And a big way that I get to do that is you guys. Through support on Patreon, through, liking these videos, through subscribing, through retweets, things like that. And I understand not everybody has money to, contribute and help in those ways. And that's great. Contribute freely, please. With, again, just being a part and taking part in these conversations to build this. And people saying, hey, you know what would be cool? It'd be cool if you could do this. And I think, man, that's a good idea. I'm not an idea guy. That's not who I am. I'm a content guy. I'm going to show up at work early, leave work late, work my tail end off. That's why I can do all the film stuff. That's who I am. But what I need you guys is ideas. That's what we need. And we're just growing. We've done the Rush road trips. We did 3 of them this year. We're planning the biggest ever for the NFL draft in Vegas. Some major news coming forward there. I'll say this, little teaser. Dale might get mad at me. My manager guy that helps me with this stuff. Talking to some players' agents, just a heads up. So, we're not staying where we are. We're taking this everywhere it can go. And it's a lot of you guys. And yeah, DK, I love this, man. Why does Brunskill always look decent versus Donald? He looks great versus Donald. It's just NFL's a matchup league. And Donald can kind of overpower all those bigger, strong guys. And for some reason, Brunskill is just the thorn in his side because I don't know, but I'm telling you this, I'm pretty excited to get through this film. It's going to be fun. So, guys, I want to say thank you, man. Enjoy this because you deserve it. We've been through a hellacious season. It's worn on me, man. It's worn on all of us. Enjoy this. This is awesome. This is why you are fans, right? So, freaking go Niners. I got to say stay strong, faithful, because, man, you walk into work tomorrow with your head up high, and all those people that have been talking trash nonstop, you just say, what's up? That's all you got to do. You just say, what's up? Man. Oh, look at this. Zark Muckerberg. Are we better without McGlinchey? McGlinchey is 1,000 times better than Tom Compton will ever be. We don't know if McGlinchey is better than Jaylon Moore. We don't know. I will say this. McGlinchey is very inconsistent and usually has those 2 to 3 negative plays that just ruin drives. We didn't see that today. Did Tom Compton give up a sack? Yes, he did. But McGlinchey's good. I'm not trying to... The problem is he's inconsistent. So that's kind of what it is. And so we don't know. We've got McGlinchey next year too. We picked up the 5th-year option. He's going to be around. The goal is, man, hopefully Jaylon Moore plays so well, kind of like Hufanga, that the mind's made up. Like, he's that damn good. We're not moving backwards. Tart's great, right? Tart makes a lot of errors. Let's be real. Don't give Shanahan a choice. There's no doubt who's better. Move on. Where everybody wins. McGlinchey's going to get a job, though. He's an average tackle with blocking upside, so he's going to be fine. Matt, he says, Jimmy waits till after the deadline to ball out. Whatever. Go, Jimmy. I can hear your tone, Matt, in that. And you're right. Deadline passes, and he wants to be here. What does that mean long term? I don't know, but whatever trade market Jimmy Garoppolo has, I think it went up slightly today. And that's a very small market. You know, I'm talking probably 4th or 5th rounder, late pick swap because of the contract. But today was a good day. So, you know, we're talking 4th rounder, maybe a 3rd. We'll see. The quarterback draft next year's draft class is not good. It's not good. And as we're starting to see all these quarterbacks start falling, that market is going to increase. So I think that's important. Michael, he says, I'm talking so much smack at work tomorrow. Good. That's what football is. Step up, man. Step up. I bet, you know, I got a lot of football fans as students that talk trash nonstop. And so, like, a lot of times we'll bet push-ups or whatever else. And one of them works at Starbucks and wanted to bet me a pumpkin spice latte, which I'm going to be honest, I'm a basic white bee. I love pumpkin spice lattes. So I got me a pumpkin spice latte coming my way. There's no doubt about that. I'm nobody you need to know. He says this. This is awesome. It's funny how 49ers have owned Aaron Donald, and he has. And he always throws a fit because of it. Also, Stafford, who was doing a pretty good Jared Goff impression. You switch out Stafford for Goff, you would have never known today. How many, like, amazing throws and, downfield passes and all those things did we see from Stafford? He goes 26 of 41, threw for 243 yards, 1 touchdown, 200. He had a 67 passer rating. To put that into perspective, Jimmy Garoppolo had a 141.7 passer rating. Now, I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is better than Matt Stafford. I do not believe that. I definitely don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is 2 times better than Matt Stafford, but he sure as hell was today. Sure as hell was today. Now, it's not just Jimmy, but good gosh, that dude came out 12 for 12. 12 for 12. And some of them were not easy passes. Even if you're like, oh, well, Jimmy G, just whatever. You go back and watch that 4th and 5. 4th and 5. And you throw a strike to Deebo on 4th and 5 for the touchdown. Now, Deebo did most of the work, but that was a 15, 16-yard pass through a tight window. That was a hell of a ball. I'm not knocking anything on that. Chris, don't you make fun of me on my pumpkin spice. I'm going to come at you, man. Ain't nothing wrong with pumpkin spice latte. It's fall. It's delicious. Leave me alone. Let me have mine. James, he says, can't believe we keep getting these ticky-tacky PI calls. It's not going to stop. Took away the interception. It's bad, man. It's what it is. And we got the Jags next week. We're going to spend a lot of time on the Jags. We're going to spend a lot of time on this win. We're going to go through all the film. Patreon.com, type in 49ers Rush Podcast. You're going to get every snap. We're going to get all 22, all that stuff. It's there. Thank you, Debbie, coming to my defense. I appreciate you guys. We got a lot of podcasts this week. Hit subscribe. Turn on notification bell. Join us. Let's go. Appreciate you guys. Stay strong, faithful. Enjoy this win. Enjoy this win, guys. We have earned it as fans. Appreciate you guys, and we will see you guys very, very soon. Take care.